So today's question comes from a fairly new interpreter in the field who wants to know what the best practices are for tracking finances or handling your finances as a freelance interpreter. And the most important thing in my mind is that you find an accounting firm or a CPA who really understands what you do. There's so many nuances into being a freelance interpreter, whether it's spoken language or sign language, that really affects what you're allowed to deduct for tax purposes, things that you might not think about, like home office, auto expenses, etc. So I would ask other interpreters who they use. I would interview CPAs or accounting firms. They're used to that, and ask them if they work with other freelancers and what kind of experience they have in that field. So having that person and utilizing that person throughout the year is extremely important. They're going to talk to you about estimated taxes. They're going to talk to you about things that you need to keep track of, what's deductible, and even things like health insurance and life insurance and that type of thing. So the next thing you need to do is keep impeccable records. It's so important. You are going to forget things. You're going to forget that I had to travel 3 hours out of the area and I stopped for lunch. And I went through a drive-through and my lunch was $6, so I threw the ticket away. You need to be keeping all of those records. You should have a mileage log that you keep in your car, so you're writing down every time that you go on a job, every time that you have to go to the bank to deposit a check that has to do with business, every time you walk into Staples and buy office supplies. So that's really critical. I would suggest getting a credit card or using a debit card that's only for business purposes. That's what I do. I still do that today for my business, and it's extremely helpful when it goes to keeping records. And the last thing I'm going to say, which I think is so important, especially this time of year, is take out the percentage for taxes. You are a 1099. No one is taking out your state and federal taxes. If you don't take that out, every time you get a check and put it away somewhere where you don't touch it, you are going to really regret it at the end of the year when you're having your taxes done. And your CPA can also help you calculate what the estimated taxes might be, so you can be making those deposits through the year and not be caught off guard at the end of the year. If anybody has any other questions, I'm always happy to talk about business or finances. Thank you so much.